Wonderful to see you again. It's Judy from Coffee, Cookies, and Books. And what we've got is book haul number 3, the last one, which is all romance. So welcome to my final haul for 2025. This one is romance. Now we have already done mystery, thriller, horror. That was book haul number 2. And then book haul number 1 was fantasy, sci-fi, romantasy, that kind of thing. So you can go back and you can check that. I'll actually link them below so that you can see all of them. And hopefully something in there that you find that you'd love to pick up and read. That's why I do these. Now, this haul is pretty small. There's only 12 books. And of the 12 books, there's a set of 4 that are from the same author. So we're going to talk about those first. So this is going to be a pretty short video compared to the other ones. Let's just get started, shall we? All right, so the first is, as I said, this is a collection of 4 books from A.L. Jackson. Now, I've never read anything from A.L. Jackson, but this is a set, and I did want to I picked it up from Book Outlet. It's like got this pretty sprayed edges, which, you know, get the black dots on them. So I don't really care one way or the other, but I liked the fact that I was able to get all 4 off Book Outlet. So the first book is Give Me a Reason. And so this is a single dad, enemies to lovers romance. And it says he's a jaded club owner, and it's the jaded club owner and his son's teacher. So that one sounds good. And then the second one, Say It's Forever. And this is close proximity single parent romance about a woman on the run and the man who will do anything to save her. So it's, again, sounds like romantic suspense, which is, anybody knows me, they know that that's my jam. Love romantic suspense. Then the next one is Never Look Back. It's an enemy to lover small town romance packed with tension, angst, and spice. Yeah, I like that too. Okay, so that's that one. And the last one is Promise Me Always. So yeah, Never Look Back, Promise Me Always. This is the last one. Single dad, fake engagement, small town romance filled with angst and spice. So again, that's this one. So these are 4 different couples. Okay. I don't know if there are, because I haven't read them yet, if there are any interconnected relationships, like, you know, brothers, sisters, cousins, friends, that kind of thing. I have no idea, because obviously I haven't read the first book. Usually get a good read on that once you read the first book, or if they're just in the sort of same town or something like that. But I thought that was a really beautiful collection, and I love the fact that I was able to get all of them, which means I don't have to go looking for them somewhere else, and I got them really cheap. You gotta like that, right? Okay, so the next one that I got, which was one that I had been wanting to get because I have never read Abby Jimenez, and this is Say You'll Remember Me, which is the most recent one that has come out. And again, I was able to pick it off Book Outlet for their sale, their $7.99 sale, and it's the hardcover, which is fantastic, right? And it says, no one does funny, emotional, life-affirming love stories quite like Abby Jimenez. So this says, they met, they fought, then they fell hard. There might be no such thing as a perfect guy, but Xavier Rush comes disastrously close, a gorgeous veterinarian giving Greek god vibes, all while cuddling a tiny kitten. Immediately, yes, that is until Xavier opens his mouth and proves that even sculpted gods can say the absolutely wrong thing. Of course, there's nothing Samantha loves more than proving an asshole wrong. Unless, of course, he can admit he made a mistake. But after one incredible and seemingly endless date, possibly the best in living history, Samantha is forced to admit the truth, that her family is in crisis and any kind of relationship would be impossible. Samantha begs Xavier to forget her, to remember their night together as a perfect moment, as crushing as that may be. Now, I do know that she has to leave because she has to go and take care of her mother, who I think has dementia or Alzheimer's, something along those lines. And I don't know how the relationship goes from there. I have no idea. I mean, I've heard little bits and pieces here and there, but I would rather read it for myself and see where it goes from there. So that is that one. I thought that sounded fantastic. So the next one is a Christmas one, which is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. And it's so cute. Got the, sprayed edges. I bought this for next Christmas. I already have all of my Christmas ones, which I've already done by December TBR by the time this video goes up. And I've already picked all the books that I have on my December TBR are Christmas books that I got from last year. Okay, so this is for next year's batch of books. And I just thought this sounded so cute. It said, fall in love with the ghost of Christmas past in this magical romance. He's the ghost of Christmas past. She's not exactly Scrooge. Ghost of Christmas Past, Nolan Callahan, intends to spend this holiday haunting like every other. Get in, get out, return to his otherwise aimless existence as a ghost awaiting the afterlife. But when he's faced with Harriet York, the sweetest assignment he's ever had, he suddenly finds himself wishing for a future. So I thought that sounded really cute because he's a ghost. She's human, obviously not a ghost. Lots of fun. Very cute story. Next one is the third book in the My Roommate is a Vampire series. So I have read the first book and I do have the second book. And this is the third book that came out. It says a vampire can't remember his past and a witch with secrets of her own hit the road in this zany cross-country romantic comedy. So I wanted to get this one. I mean, I absolutely loved the first one. Enjoyed it so much. And, I do love rom-coms. So when it comes to contemporary romance, my preference is a rom-com. I know some people don't like them. I do particularly like them. So that's why I wanted to get the third one. And I do have the second one, and the third one is going to be on my list of books that get read in 2026, which we will talk about in a separate video in December. So yes, so that's that one. Then the next one is from K.M. Moronova, Your Knife, My Heart. This is the first book in a duology, and it is kind of like a dark military romance. Sprayed edges, which is really, really cute. The first one is, where is it? Over here. Leave Me Behind. But Leave Me Behind is not part of this. It's part of the same world, but is a separate couple. And this couple gets a duology. So it says Cameron Mortem has a problem. He can't stop killing his partners. Officially labeled clinically insane, he's also one of the most lethal assets in the Dark Forces, a brutal underground military operation built on obedience, survival, and silence. But an experimental drug has fractured his control, making him a liability whenever someone else is on the field. A punishment, he's thrown back into the Undertrials, a merciless boot camp designed to break the weak and sharpen the ruthless. His one directive, don't kill the new girl. So that's it. So this is the two of them. And then I think the second part of this, like we don't have to wait for it. It's coming out in December. And I do have that on pre-order so that I'll have both books. And it's like, I can't, honestly, I think I'm going to love this series. So again, because it's kind of got that romantic suspense and it's dark. And yeah, love. Next one is one I have actually already read. I read it as an ARC last year. Or no, at the beginning of the year. I think it was at the beginning of the year. And is Unloved by Peyton, Corinne. And that's the second book in the series that she's written. The first one was Unsteady. And I liked this one so much. This was just such a wonderful book. I loved both characters. Both characters were slightly flawed. And it is centered around a hockey team is kind of the thing that ties the guy characters together, but there's not a lot of hockey in this. I mean, there's a little bit of hockey dynamics in politics, I guess. Hockey politics kind of come into play, where the mailman character is, part of that. But it's just such a wonderful look. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And it kind of surprised me because I'm not usually one for college age romances, but I loved this one. Loved the two characters, everything about it. So I had to get a copy of that because I do have the other one. So of course I wanted a copy of each one. And I do think the third one is also, I did apply for the ARC on that. It's called Unbound, is the third one in the series. The cover is a completely different cover design though, which kind of bummed me out because I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks because I kind of liked this cover design and you want them all to match, right? Yeah, anyway, I do hope that I do get to read the third one because I really do want to. Next one is Soul Searching by Lyla Sage. And now I did not read her previous series because it was cowboys. I'm not into cowboy romance type, but I liked this one because she technically can talk to ghosts. And I thought that sounded interesting. That could go either dark or hilarious or a combo of both. I don't know which it is, but I've heard a lot of good things about Lyla Sage's writing, so that's why I thought I would try this one. It says home is where the heart is, and this one is haunted. So Collins Cartwright does not want to go home. Sweetwater Peak, Wyoming was supposed to be in her rearview mirror, but when she finds out a developer is trying to buy her parents' antique shop out from under them, she doesn't have a choice. At least that's what she tells her family. They don't need to know she lost her job and is out of money, or that the ghosts who have always been her companions have recently gone silent. So I thought that sounded really good. Obviously, it's a romance, contemporary romance. That's why it's in this category. And then I have Against All Odds by Brittney Sahin. Now, she is my favorite romantic suspense author. This is a new series by her, but it is a series that kind of still evolves around the past series that she has written. And in my opinion, you have to go back and read her past series to know some of the characters that are going to come up. And I have no doubt they're going to come up in here. And so this is someone, some loves are meant to be, even when the odds are against them. Rescuing Serafina Torres wasn't part of Delta Shield Security's plan until an undercover operation gone sideways changed that. But as quickly as this beautiful and mysterious woman enters Ryder Lawson's life, she disappears. Yeah, so, it's going to be between the two of them. Oh my gosh, I love her books. I love her books so much. They're so, so good. Can't wait to read this one. And the second one, I think, is coming out in February. So that's why I kind of held off. And I'm kind of glad, I got this one because then it gives me, I can read two together. Yeah. So good. And then the last one technically is not romance, but it is women's literary fiction. So that's why I put it in this category. And it is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This was one that was a Book of the Year 2019, and it came up again in Book of the Month. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try it. Let me grab it. So I thought I would. I mean, I think a lot of people already knows this one. Everyone knows Daisy Jones and the Six. The band's album Aurora came to define the rock and roll era of the late 70s. An entire generation of girls wanted to grow up to be Daisy. But no one knows the reason behind the group's split on the night of their final concert at Chicago Stadium on July 12, 1979 until now. So yeah, loved the sound of it. Gonna give it a try. We'll see. I do have one other book by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which I think is one of her older ones, which I also got. It was one of the ones that came with the book outlet as a gift, and it was one of the gifts. And I was like, well, you know what? It's a very short story, and I thought it sounded great. A little bit more of a romantic tilt to it, but I thought I would go with that one as well. So that's actually it. It was very, very, very short. I told you it was going to be short. And that's it for my book hauls for 2025. It's like, that's enough. I don't need any more books, if I'm being perfectly honest. But knowing me, you never know. Especially when Book Outlet has their sales. I'm in there like Flint. Always. All right, so I think that's good. Now, obviously, I'm going to have a lot of really great videos coming up in December as we close into the end of the year. So I definitely think you're going to want to keep an eye on that. And I really love it if you could like and subscribe. That does a lot for me and my channel and the algorithms, and it does help a lot. And obviously, if you can comment, let me know if you've read any of these books, especially the A.L. Jackson series, because I think I've only heard one or two people talk about that particular author, always in a good fashion. So if you have read them, love to hear it. And that's it. We'll see you in the next video.